If you're looking for a laugh while cleaning a roof, got to kill some time making windows sublime. You got the right man with Ryan and Dan.
Mate, I was going to put my Uncleanables t-shirt on today, but I think...
Mate, we'll just sweat them up.
Yeah. My thoughts precisely.
We'll just sweat it up for no reason, my boy.
Stop doing that Jamaican accent. Welcome back to another episode 100 of the Uncleanables Podcast.
Big mate, should we play footsie?
Mate, I'm happy to sit here in silence for an hour just enjoying this space.
Guys, what do we all think? What a unit, eh?
So there's a few more bits we've got to do, just to give you a quick rundown. I've ordered blinds there's 4 windows up here, which is so bright. We need to be able to control the light a little bit better to make it as good as it can possibly look for you guys. So we've got 4 blinds on their way, which we then need to install, which means we can then control the light, use the studio lighting to create an atmosphere. And then when guests come down, we can make it really romantic.
And what, are we going to try and kiss them before they leave?
Yeah, mid-pod, I reckon. But the rug came today, so that's all very like lumpy and bumpy still, so it needs to settle. We haven't actually set, although it looks good.
Yeah, I know.
We haven't actually set up these microphones yet because I don't know how the software works. I need to learn it. What else have I got to do up here?
Well, obviously set up the desk, etc., and put some furniture on. Are we having a couch at the other end?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do at the other end yet. Might be like a little games area. Get a pinball machine.
Should we get like a little running track in here?
What, like where we can run around in a circle?
Yeah, just loops,
Or
isn't it?
like a hamster wheel?
Yeah, just
like
get the fitness in.
a gigantic hamster wheel. But yeah, put up the panels at the weekend.
Mate, you've done
Isn't it weird talking in a big room?
It's changed now.
Yeah, you can really hear the difference, can't you? But yeah, guys, it has been an absolute, I want to say week from hell, but it hasn't really been a week from hell. It's just been non-stop.
Yeah, but it hasn't been a week from hell, but it had every opportunity to be a week from hell, but you just planned and executed it nicely.
Yeah,
if you didn't give it the respect, it would have been a week from hell.
I was spending a lot of money on this unit and it was all okay, and then it all got on top of me.
Really?
And I started panicking.
No, I am.
Yeah, like bad.
What did you do? What do you do when you panic? Do you just not sleep? Not eat?
I do lose my appetite a little bit, and I really don't sleep very well. Really don't sleep very well.
Do you reckon it's because of the heat? Or you just hate life?
Probably partially, well, that's always been that way, isn't it? Partially the heat.
I struggle to sleep in the summer.
Yeah, I know it's nothing to do with being unhappy, because that's always been...
Because I'm like that in the winter as well.
Yeah. But, yeah, he got a little bit on top, and now we're just sort of like rolling with the punches. What happens, happens.
Exactly that. Well, hopefully it's a little bit easier now. It's a little bit more chilled.
Yeah, well, I've got a month before I've got to pay rent here, so...
Exactly that. Before the stress begins.
Yeah, that's when it really goes downhill. But we've still got to set up. So the internet, I got mucked about the internet. Looked online at Virgin. They said they cover this area. Called them up to sign up. I was on the phone to him 24 minutes before we come back. I went, oh, your eligibility check's just come back and we don't do it in your area. So I was like, brilliant, you all have a look at your website, mate.
Do you not find that mad that a big old company like Virgin don't cover this area?
Yeah, it's something to do with they've got to have a box in the area or something like that, and they haven't got one. I don't know how it works, but
I always find it weird.
That means we're back at, well, potentially BT, but I don't really want to go back to them because the customer service I've received has been shocking. And you don't get a very good deal for the money you're paying. So at home I pay 63 quid a month for a gigabyte of internet speed and 2 booster disc things. And for, I think, half of that, for 30 quid, we'll get 76 megabytes here.
What's that per second?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
It's download speed. So if you were downloading something that was 700 megabytes, it would take 10 seconds. At full speed. You never get full speed, though.
Gotcha.
But mine at home is 1,000 megabytes a second.
If I wanted to watch like an ultra HD video of like women, but not specifically, like, how long would that take? Asking for a friend, obviously.
76 would be suitable.
Yeah, obviously I don't watch the whole thing. I probably only watch about 80 seconds worth, and then I don't need to go on it again. Do you know what I mean?
I think you'd be fine with 80 seconds.
Yeah, sweet. All right, nice one.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'd be ultra HD though. You might have to put it in 720p. But yeah, I'm trying to get. I don't know why they mug businesses off and they don't offer the same like setup as you'd get at home. I guess I don't know.
I always found that funny, like the difference between commercial and it's exactly the same as when people mention weddings.
Yeah.
It's just like everything, and like, why does it change? You know?
Yeah, I think they're just they know you need it, so
as opposed to want it.
Yeah, so like at home, you're making me burp now. At home, you don't need 1,000 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to have because if you're online gaming, you don't get lag.
Yeah.
There's no buffering on videos. Your streamings, you can stream 9 devices, which is great with the 2 kids, and we're like 100% internet streaming now. We don't have aerials or anything, so it's nice to have. Yeah, it's a want to make your life easier.
Yeah.
Because imagine like you're watching TV in one room.
Well, you say that, it's not, is it? It's a need now.
It's not really. It just means like.
But you say that. But how many gadgets are in your house that have cost you thousands of pounds?
Yeah, but it'd be a case of like we could watch TV in the living room, we could watch TV in the bedroom, but then Ruby might not be able to watch her iPad.
Yeah.
If we didn't have such good internet.
Yeah, so now a £300 bit of kit's redundant.
Well, it's not. She can watch it during the day when people aren't at home watching TV in the evening.
You're getting it, but you're kind of not getting it.
Yeah, it's not a need.
But I know what you mean.
It's a want because it makes everyone's life a little bit easier. But you'd get by without it. But we can't do nothing here without internet. I can't install the security cameras because that's all run on the internet. We can't watch the TV or do anything on the TV.
That's just what I'm saying,
all internet based.
See, but now it's not a want, is it?
No, that's what I'm saying. For a business, it's a need.
Yeah.
So they're taking advantage of the fact that it's a need,
not a want.
Not a want, and giving you shittier speeds for more money.
It's ridiculous.
You see what they're doing?
Do you know that's another place? Do you know Dubai was like that?
I can imagine.
No SIM cards.
Yeah.
You paid through the nose for internet.
Really?
So like, what they gave to you in one hand, like I think I used to pay like £80 a month for my phone.
Really?
Yeah, it was. And do you know what they never done? They never done unlimited.
Really?
You never got unlimited. You might have a really good package like 200 gig, but you would never ever get unlimited. Yeah. And I just thought, mate, seriously, like of all the technology here, how have you not mastered the SIM card yet?
Well, the people will pay it.
Well, you got to, ain't you? You need a phone.
So, I think as well, like places like Dubai, when they know there's money, so they take full advantage.
Do you know what I learned the other day in Greece? What? You know, if you've got a swimming pool, they charge you a swimming pool tax.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's called luxury tax. It's €800 a year.
Really?
How mad's that?
But everyone's got a swimming pool as well.
I don't really know much about Greece, but a lot of people will have, won't it? Hotels, etc., and all the rest of it.
Just want to apologise to the people for the cardboard blind.
That's right.
But we had to make do. You couldn't see anything across that window.
Yeah, we've got. Well, you've already explained about the blinds, didn't you?
Yeah, they're on order. They take 7 to 10 days or something.
Mate, this has elevated the pod, isn't it?
I'm enjoying myself so much.
I feel like so relaxed now.
I might just come up here and chill.
This is wild, isn't it?
So yeah, we've still got a few bits to do. We're going to do the big move at the weekend, aren't we? We're going to get together, recruit all the friends and family, and move everything from the old unit into the new unit. Get it all set up, plan out space for the pure water making facility. The office is pretty much done, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got.
It's handy not being like office orientated because there's really.
Yeah. We've got.
We'll probably pick it up as we go.
We've got a fridge down, like a little fridge downstairs that we're going to put up here, like for waters and stuff for guests. That needs a clean. The kitchen needs a bit of a clean.
Yeah. But it all just needs a bit of a polish.
Yeah. Once the internet's installed, we can do the cameras. But other than that, we're pretty much done. Yeah. Done downstairs, and it's just
already started unloading here, haven't we?
We have. Towers unloaded. You've unloaded a few bits. We've done 2 roof cleans today, didn't we?
Mate, we've been busy.
Did you take an after photo of that?
I don't take after photos, mate.
No.
I just got a library of befores.
Yeah, I took a really nice before, like a really good angle.
She took one. I know the customer took a few.
Yeah, it was a ball out. It was a good one. I might have to swing back round.
I was going to say that was a nice old.
I can't trust her to send me that. It's not going to be as good as I thought it was. I got the before and after to the first one.
That was good, mate.
Dan's phone's been non-stop today, by the way.
No, it's been good. Right, what's been happening this week then, bro?
What's been happening this week? What have we done? Last week was just a lot of window cleaning. Elliot's on the mend. He's not obviously back yet. I am getting a bit desperate for him to come back. I've had 3 texts today from people wanting us to book in. Like customers, they're not regular customers, but you know they book in every now and then. And I'm having to say to them, look, I can book you in, but it's going to be 3, 4, 5 weeks before I can find a slot to get you in, unless Elliot comes back. And it's just an awkward explanation. And it's like, it's getting boring now.
For who? Your customers?
Yeah, like for me, it's just like, I can't book you in for like next week because I don't know when he's going to be back.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, yeah.
But if he comes back next week,
I can book you in.
But I can book you in for 4 weeks from now, guaranteed. Because even if he doesn't come back in 4 weeks, like I'll be covering the work. But, and then they're going to say, oh no, don't worry about it or whatever, which is annoying, but I can't overstretch myself for someone who's not even a regular customer as well. It's not really.
I'll be honest, I'm really shocked that you can even manage, to be honest with you.
It's been difficult.
It has, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe you can actually juggle it and get it going, but mate, fair play to you. And
what was quite lucky was this week I was meant to be doing those 2 roof cleans that we've done today, the job we're doing tomorrow morning, and a job we're doing on Friday. That was my 5 jobs this week that I was meant to be doing. The rest was windows all being done by Elliot. So it was quite easy to just move those 5 jobs, or maybe that was like last week I was meant to do that. So I just spread out those 5 jobs this week and thinned out the window cleaning. And it wasn't as crazy as difficult as I thought it was going to be. But it has been very stressful. And touch wood, I haven't had anyone like complain or kick off or anything.
No?
No. But the unknown's worse than the known, if that makes sense. So it's like, I want to start, like I want to turn my ads back on, but I don't know when he's going to be back.
You definitely can't turn your ads back on.
But as soon as he's back,
yeah,
it's like golden, because the diary's only set for one person. So it's like, right, you do all of that, and that frees me up to do.
So if you're booked up for 4 weeks, will you get him to work from week 4 backwards and you work from week 1 forwards, or would you just share weeks at a time?
No, what I'm going to do when he's back is probably for the first 2 weeks, I'll just give him half the day's work to do. Then I'll do the other half and add on.
Would you not take him with you?
No, I'm just going to send him out on his own. Starters with me to go on. There's no point doing that whole, because he's capable. It's just a pain thing, right? So I'm going to give him 300 quid's worth of work to do a day, just to lighten the load and get him back into it. I don't want him to overdo his arm, but at the same time his arm's got to learn the movement and get comfortable with it. And then I'll do the rest of it. If I've booked in a job that's like, I booked in a job the other day for Hertfordshire, which is like, it's only a 2-car driveway. I don't know why he wanted to go with me, but he was dead set on going with me, even after I told him, you're an hour away from us, so I'm going to have to charge you a bit of travel expense and stuff. And he was happy. But on that day, I might just say, come with me, if he's still not 100%. But I think once he's back, 2 weeks...
Mate, why on earth would he want to go with you if you're an hour away for a 2-car driveway?
Obviously seen the skills, isn't he?
Obviously he knows the techers, doesn't he?
Yeah. Once he's back, 2 weeks of like reduced workload, and then I think he'll be...
Fingers crossed, mate.
Yeah, and then at that point we can get the ads back on full time.
Yeah.
Start pushing again. I would really like a third van by the end of the year. I would really, really like that. I think I only need another 300 or 400 customers.
Yeah?
I think so.
Do you reckon it's doable?
It's definitely doable, but it's just whether I want to take on a new staff member and a new van in December.
It's kind of, a lot of this is riding on Elliot now, isn't it? Elliot's shoulder is...
But once I've got the third van,
there'll be no more.
That risk gets mitigated a little bit.
Unless they both go to a party and both come down with a virus.
Or they both dislocate their shoulders on the back of a boat.
No, I know what you mean.
On the same weekend.
It does negate an awful... I think we was having this conversation earlier, weren't we? From the one-man band to two-man, that jump must be like inventing the wheel. And then,
when we had people on and they were saying that once getting from one staff member to two staff members as quickly as possible is the key. And I didn't really get it, because I was like, if you find someone that's good and you trust, why does that matter? But
what's that got to do with getting them quick?
It makes complete sense to get them quick because of the risk factor. Like, if you're trying to grow your business and they're handling, like what's happened to me, Elliot was handling the bread and butter work, the regular work, the stuff that pays the bills, and I was handling the growing part of the business. And then all of a sudden, his role gets switched off.
Yeah.
I've got to go back to the bread and butter stuff.
What's that got to do with hire quick?
What do you mean?
The first point you made was people saying you want to
get from one staff member to two staff members as quickly as possible.
Oh, so you're not including yourself in this?
No.
Right, sorry.
You want to get from 2 vans to 3 vans as quickly as possible, including yourself.
So the mad rush is basically the second...
Yeah, to mitigate the
second
risk.
Staff member. Yes, yeah. That makes total sense.
If one of them goes down...
One of them can carry on.
And you're still getting that... You're still handling the regular...
Yeah. What's a banged out month? What's an absolute banged out window cleaner? 400 customers, one bloke?
It's very difficult to say the amount of customers because it's very dependent on...
Well, look, how many are you managing now? What's on your books right now?
We've got 540, 535.
Right, so one man can do 540, yeah? With no
Pretty
other
much,
work?
Yeah.
Right, so therefore, if push comes to shove...
But he might be able to handle another 58 weekly customers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if push comes to shove, 2 vans is 1,000 customers with no other work.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but
Yeah.
So if 3 of them share it,
go to 2 vans at 800 customers.
Yeah.
And then, because the idea is, I'm still going to be pushing new customers.
Yeah.
So I'll still go and do the first cleans, but then that customer goes on to the round with one of the boys.
Yeah.
So every month they're getting busier until the point they're both maxed out. Then you add a third, and then they all get a little bit quieter. That's the way it works in my head. Does that make sense?
I've always said this because I've always struggled to kind of get my head around this, right? And no matter how many people explain it to me, until I do it, I can't quite grasp it, right? So let's say you've got 3 vans, yeah, and they work, let's say 8 to 3 every day, or 8 to 4. So they're doing a full day, right? And they're all hitting targets of say 450 to 500 a day, right? Okay, you've got your customers. Now let's say them 3 vans are servicing 1,200 customers, yeah? Now let's say you do a leaflet drop with the premise to take another 300 customers on, right? So do you get the member of staff in anticipation that you're going to get 300 customers, or do you wait until you are firing on all cylinders and you literally can't, like the screws are popping at the hinges, as in like, and then you go and get another van?
See, I personally think it's dependent on your risk-taking factor, like where you sit on the risk-taking spectrum.
Well, you're like proper on the spectrum. Oh no, that spectrum. Go on.
So what I would do is I would take on the staff member first.
In anticipation?
In anticipation.
Yeah, agreed.
Split the 1,200 between, so every person services 300 customers.
Yep.
And then when the new 300 to 400 customers comes on, they all get added 100 customers.
So that makes sense to me.
And then they're all back up at full capacity or, near full capacity, then you could add another 200 customers between the four of them, another 50, then you look at adding another staff member. That's what I would do. But then some people would take on the 300, service that between the three people, maybe run a week behind on their round because they can't keep up, then take the staff member on, which is the safer play, right? Because you've already got customers.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on one, your risk factor, two, cash flow. Have you got the ability to cash flow that? Like, can you pay the staff member and take the van and do the system and all that, which is about 10 grand, I think, if you want to do it properly.
What, for someone to walk in the door to get them a van, uniform, absolutely everything, and out?
Yeah, I think it's close. So I priced up adding a third van today because I'm just sort of getting ready for it. System fit out, if I don't do it myself. So if I do it myself, it's about 2.5 grand. If I pay someone to do it, it's about 4.5 grand.
Mate, they want 2 grand to kit a van out. I'll do it for a grand.
That includes the frame as well. And obviously their time.
Mate, it's well worth fitting out your own van.
But apparently there's the way that insurance is going, they want to see manufacturer certification, yeah. Which I don't get why that's any different from me doing it. Like, still just a bloke doing it, isn't it? But that's neither here nor there. So that quote came in 4.5 grand. Then you've got to buy the van. So the van I bought Elliot, I had to put just shy of 2 grand down, and then the rest we financed. So that would have been 6.5 grand. Then you've just got all your start-up stuff. Plus you've got to, show them the ropes for
3 months,
2 to 4 weeks. But I don't think I'd do the 3 months again.
It's a long time, isn't it?
I think 2 weeks. Just get them in and get them out. You'll know whether they can handle it or not. But you then might spend, that might cost you another 2 grand in paying their wages whilst they're not bringing in, their own income. Insurance, tax, fuel, water.
Yeah, it all adds up. Yeah, like a new drum for TFR, all of that sort of stuff.
So I think 10 grand's, not conservative. What's the word? Like, you're doing it within 10 grand.
Yeah.
You might be able to do it a bit cheaper, but call it 10 grand for ease. Can you cash flow that? Because that's a big thing. Can you cash flow that on top of your marketing expenses of trying to grow? Because that's another big thing. I'm looking at doing 30,000 leaflets. It's going to cost me close to 5 grand.
You said you were changing your mind about that.
Yeah, but I was looking into doing it, and I was dead set on it. But then I started thinking, right, brilliant. I'll do the 5 grand. But then if I take on, say I get 100 customers off the back of those 30,000, which I mean is like up there with performing incredibly well. But say I even take on 60.
I was going to say 100
which is still well.
Yeah.
But you might get some soft inflation and some gut stuff out of that as well. Could I spend the 5 grand, take on the extra customers, plus the customers we're taking on via Facebook? I would need a third staff member come November, but is the cash there to then set them up? Probably not, because I've spent it all on doing 30,000 leaflets.
Yeah, but you need to have a bigger safety net than 5 grand, G. But that shouldn't be knocking your business out. That shouldn't be knocking your pipe out, not 5 grand.
It's not knocking my pipe out. I can't. I've got other bills. I've got to pay for this place. I've got to pay.
No, I'm saying
Elliot's wages. It's not 5 grand's not the buffer. But I'm going to be spending close to 10 grand in that month. Even if you're bringing in 20 after you've taken your VAT and your expenses out, you might have 12 left. I think, yeah, I know what you mean. And then you're spending 10 of it.
I think in answer to your point, I think I know what you're trying to get at. I think leaflets is the luxury. Leaflets is the Rolls Royce of advertising. I would say so. It definitely's got the price tag. Yeah. I mean, if no one wanted, if you had no budget, you just canvas, right? And then what's the next one up? I'd say probably Google. You can do £10 a day on Google.
Facebook probably cheaper than Google.
Facebook. I mean, if you spend £10 a day on Facebook, it's just you might as well burn it. You might as well just enjoy yourself and just have a few beers. But if you're spending then £25 a day on Facebook, I'd probably say I think that's quite expensive, bro. £25 a day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm running. I think it's adding up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know it sounds really silly, but every day that goes by,
it's about £1,200 a month.
You're not thinking about it.
Like £25.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So every day that goes by is like, oh yeah, and then like at the end of the week, it would say, right, build your account. You think, oh yeah, crikey.
But the nice thing about the system I use is it shows you your first clean value.
Yeah.
So I can look at the month and go, it shows you at the bottom your spend. So say I spent £2,000 in that month, but I had £3,000 worth of first clean value.
Yeah, that's beautiful, yeah.
And then I don't worry about spending £2,000.
Totally agree.
So if you track all of your, wait, what are you doing? If you track all of your statistics like that, then how does this work then?
No, you're meant to grab that silver disc, but you need a pair of grips to hold it to tighten it up. But it won't tighten up anymore.
Quality. These things are a bit naff, I can't lie.
Yeah, they are naff.
I thought they were floor ones.
We need a heavier weight.
Yeah.
Are they not floor ones?
I'll just put my feelings on the back of it. But yeah, so I was, I am slowly running out of, like, I was quite comfortable with the amount of money we had, and it was like, I could do what I want. But now we've taken on this place and I've put a lot of money into it, and we've upgraded the podcast setup, which is huge, but it's cost me a lot of money. But those luxuries are slowly dwindling, and I've got to really think about where I'm spending my money.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I think the 30,000 leaflets will be an April job now, which I think I'll get a better result in April anyway than I would in September.
Oh, was you going to do it this year?
I was going to do 30,000 in September and 30,000 in April. And I was just going to get 60,000 printed because it's like an extra 500 quid to have 60,000 printed. Then it was 30,000 or an extra grand or something. It wasn't a lot of money in comparison.
It's funny, isn't it? When you go over like the 25,000, I think it worked out to be like 40 quid a thousand.
So I was looking this morning, and because a couple of companies I was comparing prices on, and you weren't getting a better deal for ordering more. It was like 60,000 was like 2,800 quid. Then for £3,000, so for 200 quid more, you could have 70,000, 65,000, whatever it was. So for an extra 200 odd quid, like 250 quid, you could have another 5,000. But you look at the cost of 5,000, and it's like £300. So you're only saving yourself 50 quid ordering an extra 5,000 at that level.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it was like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be paying the same money if I'm ordering more. I want it to be an incentive.
I just find there's like, with printing, it's just such a race to the bottom. I think if you spent a week like chatting to people about trying to get a price down, I reckon you pay nothing. I reckon some of these big boys are getting like incredible returns, like on their not returns. I mean like getting the leaflets done for nothing. Because it's like it's huge competition.
Someone told me that if you order enough, you can negotiate like a pay monthly deal.
Oh, I can imagine totally.
Someone, I can't remember who told me. I'll stop randomly guessing stuff, because a couple of times recently I've been called out on the podcast where I've said someone said something, and then it's like, that's not true.
Is it not?
And I'm like, someone said it, and I thought it was that person, but it obviously wasn't. But
Turns
someone definitely said it.
Yeah.
I just got the names wrong. We've just spoken to too many people to make it make sense in my head. But good news is, now we've got some space to work from, I think we're going to see some great improvements with the podcast. We've got quite a long list of guests lined up to come on. They're going to come visit. We've got a nice long list of potential sponsors who we're going to contact. I need to talk to you about that thing I sent you this morning.
What? Did you send me something this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a picture of my dick, and then there was some writing about the sponsorship stuff. I think we're going to see some good changes.
Very good, bruv.
What's been happening with you, Big Dan?
Very good,
Talk to me.
So
Other than being with the big man this week for 4 days.
Mate, trying to kill me, ain't you?
Do you reckon we'll be friends at the end of it?
No, of course we will. Mate, I've been good. I'll be honest with you, I've been flat out busy. I'm in maximum growth mode. That's what I've been calling it. Maximum growth mode. I've been getting some fantastic returns. So I'm going absolute, pulled all the stops out. So everything's being advertised. So on Google and on Facebook. And then the leaflets dropped last week. I've had a great response, I found. So they've gone out in, I can only assume stages. Mm-hmm. I haven't received one yet. So, the old leather Cheerio is going ever so slightly because I'm thinking, mate, imagine the one area I wanted to target didn't get targeted. However...
You are in a block of flats, so if
it's not mega block of flats. Can I just pull that one back, fucking from the depths of hell? I'm not in a tower block.
No one said tower block, bro.
Yeah, but in my head, I went to Nelson Mandela House, where Del Boy lives. It's not one of them turnouts.
That's just you, big man. No one else thought that.
But no, we are in a flat. However, I think I stipulated residential and not commercial. So
yeah, they might consider a block of flats more commercial.
Hopefully they do.
Well, because it's although people live there, they're going to be rented, so they might have actually done you a solid there.
Yeah, they might have done. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
However, yeah. So I haven't had. So they have gone out. I don't know how many's been sent out, but they have gone. I've had a great response. I've had over the 0.1%.
Yeah.
So per 1,000, I'm over the one.
What are you sitting on? I'm
sitting on, I think, two per 1,000.
Yeah.
But so far, but what I'm confused, not what I'm confused about, but what I'm struggling to work out is I'm at about 11 people now, 11 customers, right, off of 6,000, but I haven't received one yet. So the return's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. So I'm still waiting on I'd like to say the majority.
So you haven't had any jobs from South Woodham?
No, not one.
Really?
Which is kind of what I'm you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is not the end of the world, but ultimately I wanted to grow the round in my area.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, it's not the end of the world. I've had a good response.
As long as you've got a positive response.
Positive response, and the ticket price as well. So I've had, out of about 12 people, I've had about 5 of them booking over 200 quid's worth of work.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So the Soffits and Fascias and Connies and stuff like that. Which is ultimately, obviously, I know it was only a small campaign, but it's paid for it.
Yeah.
So at least I'm not out. Do you know what I mean? Which is ultimately where you want to be. Money's in is a business. So yeah, so I'm really happy. Unfortunately, the board doesn't really reflect it this week because I think let's grab the board. I think I don't know what I've done.
But so what we think Dan has done is he's got a bit overexcited.
Yeah, mega gassed.
And obviously Dan knew how many customers had come in on the Monday we record.
Yep.
And you've added them together in your head and gone, this is the amount of customers. But so the big number he had last week should have been spread probably between that week and this week.
It will even out anyway.
Yeah,
it will even out.
It doesn't matter what you do weekly, but
it's how
everyone is up to scratch at the moment.
So thanks for listening,
quality.
And thanks for getting your numbers in.
Yeah, perfect. So I've had a modest 5 this week. They've all just been organic.
Yeah, just falling in.
Just falling in, yeah. One of them was that Hertfordshire job that's booked in. I don't know where he came from, but
there you go.
He was happy to wait 6 weeks. Happy days. Clean Precise Solutions, big 6 this week. Very consistent still, which is what we like to see. Connor from Simply Windows is having an incredible month. What's that total for the month? It's about 40...
It's over 70.
40, 60, so yeah, about 75, something like that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Brilliant month for Connor. True Blue, again, very consistent with another 6. Jake, another consistent week with 3. James is a little bit up and down. He had a good week last week. 20, it's a good week this week. But be interesting to find out. I know I spoke to him, and one of the jobs that he had come in was either 30,000 or 60,000 a year.
What, cleaning windows?
It was like a retail park, yeah. It might be 30,000. I'm sure it was.
Mate, that is
huge
incredible.
Huge job.
Do you know any more details on that?
No.
Mate, that would be wicked
but
to hear.
I've invited him down for another episode because people loved his episode. It done really well. And now that we've got this new place,
this is much better. We should just get everyone back on.
Right, everyone can come every week if they want.
Mate, totally.
We'll just knock out the content. And again, another consistent another consistent week for Sky Clean.
I see his adverts everywhere.
Different company.
Is it?
Yeah. Different company.
What? That's not. Hang on a minute. Is that really?
Yeah. That's the guy. The ads you're seeing are the guy that's messaged me. I speak to Luke.
Oh, well, you threw me under the bus then because you said he's on the board.
Yeah.
And it turned out he's not.
Corrected myself.
Oh, right. Okay then.
Because I got confused as well.
Mate, how many Skies are there?
Well, there's at least two. They've one Sky View, one Sky Clean.
Really?
So they are actually different names, but are very similar. But Steve, who's coming down, my favourite Welsh guy, he'll love that. He's coming down on the 1st of August for his guest episode with his round manager, day one staff member. I believe his name's Paul. He's going to murder me if I've got that wrong, but I'm sure it's Paul.
Well, they're both coming down.
They're both coming down. He's Clearview window cleaning, and there is a load of Clearview window cleaning companies.
Mate, there is
loads.
There
are some quite popular window cleaning names, isn't there?
Yeah, I think I don't agree with any of them. I mean, I think you just need to step out of that circle of it's so obvious, isn't it? Soapy windows and stuff like that. It's it's so obvious.
Like from a marketing perspective, it works well.
How?
Because think Clearview, right? You're telling them they're going to get a clear view.
Oh mate, don't go there. That is what? So because you're called Curbside?
No, because my name's a play on my surname.
Yeah.
Your name's connected to your name.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But Clear Vision, Clear View.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get all that. I know exactly.
But they're related to window cleaning.
Yeah, of course. Fucking hell, they ain't going to call themselves Lamb Chop fucking window cleaning, are they?
Maybe their surname's Lamb Chop.
No, I know, but I get it. But I think if you go into that bracket, then you're competing with a play on words, and you're competing in a totally different fish pond. I think if you just call yourself something complete. Do you know what? A brand I think would do really well and would catch everyone's eyes. Churchill's windows. I think Churchill's windows, and you're on the side of your van is a Union Jack. Yeah. But tastefully, I think, mate, because in my head I thought to myself, I wanted something that would stand out mega, and I thought about a couple of things, and I was like, what would really catch your eye, mate? A Union Jack on the side of a van would be mental.
Have you looked to see if anyone's done that?
No.
So, imagine you're thinking of starting your business and you've come up with that great idea.
Yeah.
And you go ahead with it.
Yeah.
You have your van printed and your leaflets and everything. You get going. Yeah. And then you enter the world and you realise there's 15 other Churchill window cleaning companies.
Yeah.
That's exactly what these guys have done.
Yeah, but wouldn't you do a little bit of research?
No, not everyone does research.
Oh no, I would. Oh no, I get that. But me personally, I would look at it, because if someone's already, I wouldn't go into that.
Yeah, but
knowing that someone's already called
couldn't have done that much research, because there's another MKM company literally in Wickford where you started out.
That does what?
They don't do window cleaning.
But that does what?
They're a building company.
Oh, are you talking about the? Are you talking about the builders merchants?
There's a builders merchants.
Oh,
MKM,
mate, yeah.
They're nationwide, I think.
Yeah.
There's a MKM builders.
Okay, didn't even know it.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking for something unique.
Yeah, but that's fine by me.
There's not really anything unique. We came across a Curbside, didn't we?
Yeah.
Spelt slightly differently.
Oh, I've got a photo for you.
Spelt slightly differently, but is anything unique? And if you do it unique enough, someone's going to copy you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But also, I can't. MKM works for me because ultimately that is my name.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, even though it's your name,
it's still not unique.
It's still not unique.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Mate, do you know what? I made it. You are right. I had done hardly any research. But then ultimately, I couldn't change it anyway.
No, I'm quite shocked that there's not another Curbside, but spelt
normal,
like the curb, as in the curb, because I think that's a quality name.
Do you know?
And it makes complete sense. Houses on the curbside, isn't it?
You know bin lorries?
Yeah.
Do you know that I didn't know this, but there was a bin lorry, like obviously a style of bin lorry, and it's called the Curbside 2.
Really?
Yeah, and
mate, should I get one and turn it into a window cleaning truck?
I think it's called Curbsider 2, something like that. And I see it, and I was close enough to because I got stuck behind it.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, that is class. So I took a photo of it. It's on my phone, but I just didn't send it to you. But yeah,
That's quality.
It was really funny to see.
Imagine having a fleet of bin lorries, but they've just modified into, there's no rubbish in the back, it's just filled with pure water.
Mate, that'd be incredible.
And we just get a water cannon on top.
You do like mobile swimming pool.
Yeah.
And you just get in the back and have a swim and then get out.
And then halfway through, you just press the button and you've all got to scramble away before you get crushed by the crusher. Right. I don't know how long we've been going, but should we wrap it up?
I don't mind, mate.
You got anything else to add?
We've got nothing else to say. Oh, mate, I have, yeah.
Go on.
There was a couple of things I want to talk about. One of them was, bad comments on TikTok. So.
Oh yeah, tell them about your viral video.
So my missus put up a video of me playing Xbox, and what she done was I didn't know it was a thing, but it's actually brilliant. It's actually really.
It's very clever.
It's actually really funny.
Me and Zoe saw it, and we actually genuinely thought you'd put it on.
No.
Because
mate,
it's the sort of thing you would do.
No, totally not.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah. No, totally not.
I just couldn't imagine Emma being that funny.
No, I know what you mean, but apparently she said she's seen it before.
Oh, right, yeah.
She said she's seen it before. She said she's seen it before, and she said, I'll give it a go. So I was like, okay. So anyway, I didn't know what she was doing. I knew she was up to something, but it was really weird, because every time I turned around, she was just dead quiet. She wasn't talking or nothing.
And you thought result?
Well, no, I just thought to myself, if you see something funny, you'd laugh.
Yeah.
I was turning around to making sure she's still alive. Because I was like, what is she? Anyway, long story short, I was playing Xbox. I was playing Warzone, right? I was playing Call of Duty. It's the only game I'll play on there. Because I've got autism.
Because it's the free one, isn't it? You didn't have to pay for it.
No, yeah, it's on the Battle Pass. Mate, do you know why you're raging? Because Xbox get Black Ops 6 for free.
Yeah, I'm not raging.
Oh, anyway, so why'd you bring it up?
No, I'm just saying you said it's the only game I play. And I said, yeah, because it's a free one.
Mate.
You didn't have to pay for it.
I've bought games. I have bought games. I just like Call of Duty. So anyway, and what you do is it's called boyfriend bingo or whatever bingo. So what they do is they stand behind you and they wait for you to say popular phrases, right? So yours would be like, get your dick out. So, but if I played it with you, it'd be like, customer's gate's shut, let's go home. And if you say that in a day, I'll tick it off.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be like, I don't know, I'm fucking snagged again on a flower pot, something like that. So I've got like these. So
I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. No, but that's like every box, I tick it.
Bingo! So time to go home.
So when you play Call of Duty, you say things like, I cracked him, kids over there, yeah, buy me back.
It's like in real life.
Yeah. One in the cupboard, yeah. Anyway, get your load out.
He's getting away. Get back in my van.
So she recorded me saying things, and then she records herself ticking it off, right? So she puts it up, and it was a class
It was so
video,
funny. It was
right?
so funny.
So it went mental, and it got 300,000 views, right? Mate, the comments of people, like mainly women, right? And they're just saying like, fuck it, that would dry me up instantly. Fucking grown man in your living room, like grow up. And I'm like, mate, you know fuck all about me. Like I am fun.
Dan, just to put, Dan takes stuff really personally.
Oh, I'm like the worst person.
Like really personally.
Yeah.
Even though it was a funny, jokey video, he's still really upset about
No, right. No, it just bores my. It literally was like jarring.
You know what's funny? Like not trying to be like Andrew Tate. But women sitting on TikTok commenting on other people's videos makes me softer than a fucking boiled egg.
No, mate, tell me about it.
And it's like...
Softer than a boiled egg, yeah.
And it's like they're complaining about a video of you saying it's going to dry them up because a grown man paying... Then it's like, mate, you're sitting on TikTok commenting on someone else's life.
Yeah, like I was having fun that night.
Yeah.
Like you haven't had fun in months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're miserable.
You ain't dry because I'm playing Xbox, mate. You're dry because you're a miserable old bitch. That's why you're fucking dry.
Right, let's get on TikTok and send these back. These are golden. whilst they're fresh.
While they're fresh, let's go. But yeah, it was just some of them. And then I said to her as well, just think of this for a minute, yeah? I said,
I know Dan had a proper sit down with Emma
No,
about this.
no. But like, I'll just put it in a different way, yeah?
He'll go home and talk about it again.
So a load of birds are like not having a go, but they're having a pop, yeah? Oh, I don't know how you live with this and all this shit, yeah? I'm like, all right, calm down, it's a fucking Xbox, it's not a heroin needle. So they're all saying that.
Finally, they'd probably be more attracted to that.
Right, they're saying that, but I think to myself, if a geezer put up a video, right, and his wife's in it, mate, I would never dream of ripping her down.
Mate, you should do one.
Could you imagine?
You should do one of Emma just scrolling on TikTok and do the bingo boxes, but they're all empty because they don't say anything whilst they're scrolling on TikTok. And then you just, as she's silent, like you just tick them off.
Or or you could do like wasted 1 minute and tick it, and then wasted 2 minutes, and then like every 60 seconds you tick one off.
Or just, you know, like a little tick. She ain't going to tell you what was funny. She ain't going to explain it.
It's class, isn't it? We're definitely going somewhere weird.
He's a bit strange, isn't it? When
it's just totally tearing you down for no reason. I don't understand it. Would you ever do that to someone?
Not online, no.
Oh, just to their face?
No, only behind their back.
Oh,
no.
Right, okay.
I only do that stuff to you, like about other people. No, we don't. We're not confrontational. Cyber confrontational or physical. We don't do that.
But yeah, no. So that's one thing I just wanted to say. And then I had one of my videos because I only had 80 subscribers on YouTube. I didn't have a lot. Didn't have a big following.
Your latest video's done well, mate.
But yeah, latest video's done like 4.5 million. No, it done 3,000, I think, nearly 4,000.
Nearly 4,000.
So yeah, I'm over the moon with that. To be honest with you, and it was
you need better thumbnails. You need to put some effort into your thumbnails because the videos are half all right.
Yeah,
for someone who's only done
4 or 5,
the amount of videos you've done, the videos aren't bad. You're quite natural on camera, but your thumbnails let you down.
Thumbnails are shit.
It just looks like one of those, like, you know, when someone's filmed something on an iPhone and put it up.
Mate, I screenshotted the video. Yeah, that's how I got the thumbnail.
You need to make a thumbnail. Yeah, like you got to think.
Do you know what I think they're fucking? I know I probably will end up doing it. Yeah, because I'm jumping into this, but I just find them cringe. You know, like when they're like.
No, you'd have to do that.
Do you ever find that?
Yeah.
Like people do a thumbnail.
I tried that for a little while.
Yeah, I just find that
I had
weird.
a little photo shoot in my garage doing different.
Yeah, poses. I get the poses, and if you want your face on it, fair enough. But like they just do it like one of them be like, we stayed in every hotel in like Birmingham, and the guy's like this, like ripping his hair out.
But they're doing YouTube for the sake of YouTube.
I see what you mean.
Because you're making satisfying cleaning content, or you know, you're overcoming a challenge involved with your job that you're doing. So your thumbnail needs to reflect that challenge or that transformation. Yeah. So you either want like it looking fucking mental before.
Just let the tism just stop. Mate, you've moved from your sock to that, bruv. Just go back to the sock.
We're back in full frame. I can go back to playing with my feet. We might get an OnlyFans sponsorship. Should I take my socks off?
Mate, go for it.
No. Yeah, so your thumbnail even needs to reflect the before transformation, and your title's like fucking mental transformation or something. Or like your latest video where you took you 2 days to remove the fence or whatever it was. Your thumbnail needs to be about that.
I see what you mean.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Maybe with an arrow pointing to the problem.
What software do you use?
Photoshop. But you can do them on Canva, which is free. Yeah. And I think Photoshop online is free as well. But before you start...
Do I need the internet for that?
Yeah, you need the internet for that. Unfortunately, you can't do it here yet. When you know you're filming a job, take photos for the thumbnail specifically. Don't try and extract something out of the video.
Yeah, I have no.
I've forgotten a couple of times recently, but they just don't perform well if you try and. Yeah. If you try and extract, like you can get lucky sometimes, and you've got a good angle.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But most of the time, it's just it comes across. It looks like you haven't done a thumbnail, and then people just don't click. So it could be the best video in the world, but if they're not going to click, then they're not going to click.
How's your YouTube career going?
Shocking.
Yeah?
I'm ready to hang up my hat.
Yeah?
Yeah. My last 3 videos done less than 10k views combined.
Wait, what? I'm nearly on that, bruv, and I've got 80 subs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good.
I've already edited and uploaded another 2 videos, I think, maybe 3 videos. So they'll go out and do whatever they do. But I haven't got any plans to film anything else.
I think it, when you get busy, it doesn't really allow much time, does it? For
no, I just think I'll go back to just filming the most extreme, rather than the ones that are
mediocre,
semi-dirty. Like, still good transformation, but I want them to start. So my best performing videos are the playground, the weedy driveway I done at Christmas, which were like weeds up to your knees. I've one done well. I had one that done quite well that wasn't actually that bad, which is what they suck you in, man. You have a video that's like half decent that does really well, and then you think, I'll keep making half decent content as well as the insane content, because like, what if it does well? Then I'm going to earn some money. But I think it's not beneficial. So I've got the ice rink coming up. That'll come out in August. I think that'll do really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, because it's an extreme, right? Like,
and also, how many people have cleaned an ice rink?
Exactly, it's an extreme. So it's like, either we're talking like jungle level driveway or patio, or something really funky like ice rink, playground.
I just never liked, like,
you know,
like when you guys, like, when obviously you said about YouTube and that and jump on it, and I was like, yeah, I don't mind. I just didn't like the fact of just cleaning a driveway and people want to watch it. Like, I understand it, but I'm like, they're already out there. Like, for me, I was like, I always wanted it to be something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, so I think this one's done. I think the fence one. Have you actually seen it, start to front?
I've not watched all of it. I've watched some of it.
Have you seen me like working out how to put the wood in and explaining? Like, I think that was really good. Like, when I watched it back, I uploaded it on a Friday night, right? And there was nothing on the TV. I think Emma was reading, so I was like, oh fuck it, I'll put it on. And I put it on, and I was watching it back, and I was like, mate, do you know what? I'd actually watch this. Like, this is actually class. I know I've done it. Do you know what I mean? But like, I've watched it back, and already I'm like, I'll change that. I would have done that again.
Yeah, those are good operation to do.
And then I sat there and I was like, I really liked it, and the engagement and talking and explaining things. Like, that's what I quite like, because it's educational in it. I've always liked education. So that's when you learn things, bro. So yeah, so I was quite pleased the way it came out, to be honest. I think I'd like to go down more that route if I'm going to explain things in bits and pieces. I've got some ideas, but they're quite hard if you're not doing jobs like that all the time.
Consistency, yeah, and finding the jobs to be able to do the explanation in the first place is tough.
I've got a sick premise of a video, and it's already been agreed. I just need to. I'm going to wait for it to calm down, and then I'm going to go and do it. There's a church that I cleaned the windows off, and they've just left like the back of the building just desolate, so the weeds are growing. But you know where the concrete, so you know when you've got like concrete slabs and they meet, there's obviously a couple of inches of soil. There's weeds growing up, but they're like chest high. Really? So it's like when they like.
Yeah, that'll be a good.
But you imagine I trim it and then hit it with a shovel and then push it. I'm not going to pressure wash it because it's just too much work. But I am going to hit it with a strimmer and the lawnmower and sort everything out and blow it all, etc., and clean it all up, and that will come out incredible. Yeah, that'll be a good video. That'll be a really good one. But what I don't want to do is get super happy and go down there with like 3 videos worth of experience and completely balls up a fantastic. Got to start somewhere though. No, I get that. But so I'm waiting for it to cool down a little bit. I'll probably hit it like September or something. Yeah. And then that way I'm not. It's taxing, but it's not crazy taxing, you know. Sometimes I think recording in the summer, because of the shadows and stuff, the videos can look worse. Really? You kind of want to film on an overcast day. Also, another thing as well is like, I filmed a couple the other day when it was like 30. Mate, my camera was red hot. And I was like, this is going to bust it if I carry on. Yeah, that's another thing. So they're waterproof though, so you can just dunk them in some water and cool them down. Oh, I had a bit of a funny one. I've got to clear this up for the Discord, which is, by the way, absolutely popping. You need to join it. We just had a new member, Tosh, today. We've had a few new members, I think, this week. Tell me if this is, like, weird or not. So this fella, he lives at home. He's disabled, right? And I'm chatting to him, and he said, can you do my driveway? I said, yeah, it's no problem. So he says, look, obviously I'm disabled. I wake up later. And I'm like, so in my head, he's like, I wake up later than normal. So I'm thinking, right, you wake up at 9. 10.
What's being disabled got to do with when you wake up?
Well, I don't know. But that's what he said, so I was like,
It's disability, like laziness.
Yeah. No, apparently he's broken his finger, so he can't turn the alarm on. So he sleeps in. No, I don't know. Anyway, so I said, okay, no worries. I'll beat you in the afternoon, right? So I had a one pressure job in the morning and that one in the afternoon. So I thought, right, I got there, knocked it out, knocked the life out of it, nice and quick, because I thought I don't want to be working like when it's red hot.
Yeah.
So ironically, I was. Knocked it out, got there. Mate, I arrived at 11:58. No joke, 11:58. Smashed up the curb on the grass and I'm parked up and I'm just responding to a few messages, right? And he comes out, no shirt on, so he's just out of bed. And I went, you all right? Like, why are you half naked, geez? Like, I said, you all right? He says, I thought you was coming later. I went, no, I said, I was coming in the afternoon. He went, well, exactly. I went, mate, it's 11:59. I said, it's 12 o'clock. I said, that's the afternoon. He said, mate, don't be a pretentious prick. I looked at him, I was like...
He knows you, doesn't he?
I was like, mate, what's 12 o'clock, bruv, if it's not the afternoon?
It's 11:59, Dad.
No, but do you know what I mean? I was like, what I meant was, it's like, it's 12, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get out of bed.
Yeah, and like, I'm cleaning your driveway, mate.
It's like, you don't, mate, just show me where the tap is.
Yeah.
You don't really need to get up, do you? And I just thought, mate, what a thing to say. I mean, it was like tongue in cheek, right? So he laughed and I was like, oh, yeah, good one. But I just thought, mate, what a thing to say.
I don't want to clean your driveway now.
Yeah, I was like, mate, what a thing to say.
Mate, you should have just driven off. Just proved the point.
Mate, it was...
You've been a local legend.
It was a one-car driveway. What, and get one up on an old geezer that can't get out of bed?
Ha! I got out of bed at 8 this morning. Sucks to be you.
Mate, I don't know what's wrong with him, because everything seems to work. Everything's like...
Lazy, mate. They're calling that disability nowadays, kids.
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm tired.
Mate, I don't really want to open that door, mate.
I'm tired all the time. Oh, yeah, disability. Put you on PIP.
Have you seen, like, when people say, like, people just stretch it? Like, people are like, oh, yeah, no, I was ill. I had a fall, like, 10 years ago. Yeah. It's like, well, so what happened then? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, I haven't been right since. So what's wrong with you, mate? Oh, yeah, like, I can't wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, mate, yeah, I mean, if you don't set an alarm...
If you don't wake up, you continue sleeping in, mate. That's how it works. And you're up until 3 o'clock in the morning wanking your dick.
Mate, would you just stop all their benefits?
Mate, I don't think anyone should get, like, controversially, I don't think anyone should get benefits. Like, natural selection. Like, I think 90% of the people on benefits, if they didn't get the benefits, would, like, do something to get money.
Yeah, like steal and rob. That's what they do.
Mate, fucking...
No, I know what you mean.
Like, that's why there was bare prostitutes back in 1800s.
Gutted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mate,
and now there's no prostitutes.
Yeah.
Unless you know where to look. But my point is, I think a lot of them would find something to do.
I think you should, I totally agree.
Or like there should be a trade-off, like you have to do...
Yeah, you have to work for it.
You have to do something for you. Like you can be grossly overpaid for what you do, but you've got to do something.
Mate, I think they should give us people. I think they should give us prisoners for the day. Do you know what I mean?
Well, just people on benefits. Ain't got to be prisoners. Got
no, but think about it logically.
Prisoners have broken the law. They're in prison.
Yeah, no, I get that, right? But
they're not getting benefits, are they?
Yeah, they come work for us, but we don't pay them.
No,
it's free labour.
That's what the benefit people should get. It's like, oh, I can't get a job. There's no jobs. Oh, I'll go work for free and we'll give you your benefits.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But what I mean is, there's like a huge... So I read a book, yeah? I can read, bro. Well done.
When did you learn that?
Before you jump in. Oh, like years ago. I went to school.
No, you didn't.
So anyway, yeah, I did. We went to school same time, didn't we?
Yeah, you would have been...
No, 8:45. Mate, you can have that one. That's a belter. It was about a gulag, yeah, in Russia, right? So they had, I think they had a couple of thousand lads in there in this prison. I think this story is hilarious, right? They had a couple of thousand lads in this prison, right? And before long, it started getting rowdy because they're not doing anything all day, yeah. And all these lads, they're like, mate, we've got to knacker these geezers out. They were like, right, building a road. Let's build a road.
Yeah, and they all go to bed to prepare early.
Right, so they get them all out and they graft them, right, under the sun and all the rest of it, and in freezing conditions. Like, they're losing geezers. That's how hard they're working them, right? And then they sat there and they thought, do you know what? We built that road really quick, right? So what did they do? The fuckers started tendering for jobs from the government, right? I swear to God, this is a true story, right? This one prison started winning work, right? So they were like, right, okay then. So then they started winning work, right? Because they could mega undercut. Yeah. They got 2,000 geezers not paying wages.
They got no wages.
They got no wage bill, right? So then businesses was writing to the government saying, they're putting us out of a job. We can't compete with free labour. We got to pay our blokes, but like, you keep giving them all the work.
Yeah.
Mate, carnage.
Mental.
Carnage.
You know, you just give me a good idea how to deal with the whole benefit situation, right? What they should do is they should team all the benefits together, and then like when you get to a point where like you genuinely can't afford, like you're not doing anything for a bit of extra money, so you stop getting your benefits, but they pull it all together, yeah? And then like someone's like, no, I can't take it anymore, like I need money. They can go and enter into like a fight to the death, and if they win, they get the whole pool.
Oh, I see.
Like a lottery. And then you get rid of a lot of the wasters.
But then it's not 1v1, is it? What is it, like a Royal Rumble?
Yeah, like a Royal Rumble. And then they could televise it and sell advertising space.
I'd watch that.
Yeah,
I'd pay like $1,000 and chuck a lion in. And they got to do the lion and all.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But I'd have MKM tattooed on the lion, so it's like advertising for me, innit?
Yeah, you could like sponsor, like Hunger Games. Like you could send in like care packages for your favourite one.
If you was on it, I'd send you in like a couple of water-fed poles.
It's like in a big dome, and like you could like pay and do acid rain.
Mate, that's brutal. That's brutal.
And then the winner gets all the money, and then they can either create a better life for themselves or
mate, it'll be
blow it on drugs.
Yeah, it'll be like Mercedes and flat screen TVs. And
then imagine they go into the Hunger Games second time round. That'd be huge.
It'd be like a
massive news, yeah. It'd be like bloody Kerry's back.
Mate, should we just go and get a couple of bums off the high street? Episode 101. That's it.
Wasn't there like a Facebook like bare knuckle fighting, like bum fights or something?
Oh, there's probably.
And they just got homeless people and made a fight.
Mate, do you remember the big bum fights video back on LimeWire?
Yeah, like something like that, wasn't it?
Mate, it was outrageous. But yeah, so I just find it. How did we get here? Oh yeah, the benefits. Yeah, strange, mate. Strange. I do think there's a lot of shite. A lot of shit. The benefit system and the amount of money is just astronomical.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yeah, there's something broken definitely that needs fixing in that whole thing.
And also as well, like it's not like I sit there and sometimes I think about it, and it's still quite young. It's still quite a young system.
Yeah.
Things like the NHS was only brought in, like, I think it was post World War II.
Yeah.
So it's not old at all.
Not really.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they had plans to roll it out before World War II, in like the early 30s, and then World War II happened. And then obviously they've rolled it out after probably 47, something like that.
The trouble with benefits, it doesn't benefit anyone.
So you're right and you're wrong, right? So I've known a few people on benefits, and obviously for a short period of time, but I find them
why did they die?
No, because listen, it's social circles, isn't it? And obviously, pardon my seat, I'm not going to hang around people on benefits, am I? It just don't really work, does it? Because I'm trying to like build a living in that, and they want me to play golf at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Build their living.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then you can moan and say, we're on benefits, like we have a shit life, and I think, mate, you're in a house that you haven't paid
free
for.
Money, mate.
Yeah,
you got a shit life.
But like you got to pre it, yeah. You got double glazing. You're not cold in the winter, and you're not hot in the summer. Like you're chilled.
You're
like,
right.
Life could be horrible.
Yeah.
Like my granny, she used to get water out of a well when she was a kid. Like you wouldn't even know what a well is. Do you see what I mean? It's like you've got to work things out. Like
what I meant by the benefits don't benefit anyone is the government's just taxing everyone and giving the money to people. So it's just negative. Whereas if the government gave people like food or tools or like opportunity,
they can sell it for drugs.
No, they'd be buying that food from companies. They'd be buying those tools from companies, which would give people jobs.
Yeah, but what's that disabled geezer that I'd done his driveway going to do if you gave him a load of tools? I don't get it.
No, but like if the government didn't give him money and they gave him food, they'd have to buy that food from a company that sells food. That company then can sell more food because it's got a big government contract and then employ 10 more people.
Oh, mate,
and then it creates jobs.
So, they have that system in America, with food stamps.
Yeah, so instead of giving them money, they're giving them the opportunity to buy food or be given food, which creates jobs. Win-win-win.
Yeah, so you'd like to think that, but that's exactly how it works in America. And do you know what they've worked out?
What?
They just sell the food stamps.
Yeah, but it's still benefiting, it's still creating jobs.
Yeah, I know what you mean, you are right.
Well, rather than... Like, people are stopping working because the tax is so high.
I agree.
And they're like, I'll get the same money on benefits and I'm not having to pay any tax. But the tax money's going to the benefits.
I think...
It's just a brutal circle.
I do agree with you. And I think, like, if I was doing it, you would get food vouchers and you'd go to a food bank and collect it. And it wouldn't be... It would just be a sack of potatoes and a tray of eggs.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Because it's like the idea is, bro, is like, this will help you, but you can't survive on this.
My wife's nan always, she says it all the time. If you've got potatoes and eggs in the house, you've got meals. Yeah. You've got meals for days.
Yeah.
You can do so much. Omelette, scrambled egg,
you can have
eggs.
You could have potato and egg, and then you can have egg and potato.
Yeah. Potato salad.
With egg.
Egg and potato.
And then egg salad with potato.
Egg and chips.
That's what I was going with, egg and chips,
Patatas fritas.
Patatas fritas?
Yeah. Do you know what that means?
Egg and potato. Patatas fritas?
Yeah.
No, that's potato chips.
No, it's like egg and potato thing that you fry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had, mate, I don't know if you'd laugh at this or not. I don't know if this is going to work out funny, but I had a first clean the other day, and it was a French lady, and she's obviously a French teacher, teaches Spanish as well. But I've never had it before, but she followed me round every window.
Oh, mate, fucking
right, so
winds me up.
So I'm cleaning, and I'm like, "You're right, yeah, brilliant." And she's still there, and I'm like, "You had a good day?" You know, like, I can't do the awkwardness. I have to talk, right?
Yeah.
So she's talking and I'm like, right, so this is like a water-fed pole system. She said, I've never seen one before. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, do you want to have a walk around at the end? She's like, no, we'll just have a chat. And she likes a cigarette and we're talking. Like, towards the end of it, mate, I don't know what to say.
You know what I'd do in that situation?
Mate, I could have swore blind I was talking.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to tell you. Trick. Go and get your TFR from the van.
Yeah.
And you say to her, I'm going to just put a bit of chemical on the windows to help clean them. I can't really have you out here because I'm going to be spraying it in the air.
Oh, is that what you say?
Put yourself inside for us for a second.
Yeah.
They won't come back out.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because that's bare awkward. If they go in and they come back out, then you're like...
Mate, we had that today, though, on that roof scrape, didn't we?
She was outside the whole day, yeah.
Mate, she was loving you. Yeah. She was staring at you, mate. But anyway, now, like...
Don't stare at me, no. It's either because they think I'm retarded and they're like, how's this guy fucking functioning? Mate, or they're obsessed with my roof cleaning magic.
I don't really want to finish that story, it was so shit. Mate, what's that out there?
I'm just going to go get me TFR, mate. Do you mind popping yourself downstairs?
Mate, can I take the window? Mate, it's going to be chemical.
Story.
Anyway, all I said was, I said, I'm trying to go back to France for skiing. She said, yeah, brilliant. And I said, yeah, like one of my favourite dishes is tartiflette. Have you ever had it?
No.
It's a French dish. It's potatoes and cheese. That's it. It's like 8,000 calories, but you have it when you ski.
Oh, okay, well, because it keeps you warm and calorie
so it's
up.
like, it's just calorie central. But yeah, I was like scraping the bottle.
Mate, I'd die if I ate 8,000 calories of cheese.
Mate, it's like a, so you know the skillets. You know the skillets, you know when it sizzles and they put the whole skillet in the oven?
Pour it on, yeah.
So imagine a skillet full of like potatoes, thinly sliced, seasoned obviously, and then just like cheese. 2 handfuls of cheese melted on it. And then like, it comes out all melted and you dig into it and it's all stringy.
I bet it's fucking lovely.
Oh mate, it's incredible with some bread and a bottle of claret. But yeah, it's good stuff, mate. It is good stuff.
We were saying, sorry, I know this is going on, I just had an email.
Mate, this is what the people want to see,
Trade tool giveaways. And we were saying that across the road on our estate, there's a prize, what's it called?
Prize Paradise.
Prize Paradise. And they've got this unit all branded up. They must have like all the prizes, but they're never there. And we were saying like how much money they must make.
Or 12 unit, yeah.
Yeah.
So answer me this then: Do you reckon if you done one once a month, people would like auto subscribe like the lottery?
Yeah, I think people do. Yeah, it's gambling, isn't it? It's like there's a difference between playing monthly or weekly and being addicted to the chase of winning. And it's very difficult to tell the difference. I'll fall in a hole every now and then.
Of what?
Just like doing like whatever, like scratch.
Mate, be specific. What does whatever mean?
Sometimes I'll go through scratch cards and
I'll do like
hole. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not like fucking betting my family's money, but like
That's
do
exactly what you're doing.
3 a day for a week, and then I'll go, fuck, I need to stop doing this. Because you just don't win any money. Or like one of those like trade tool giveaways come up with a really good prize. So you enter one, and then you go onto their website and you think, oh, I wouldn't mind that 500 quid's worth of day walk tools for 7 pence. Let me buy, but they don't, it's 7 pence a ticket, but they're like, buy 100 tickets. And it's like 7 quid.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
But then it's like, then they go, whilst you're here, look at this one that might be interested to you.
Oh, mate, you're in there, ain't you?
A fully loaded camper van, 65p a ticket. Buy 100 tickets. And before you know it, you've got 200 quid in your basket.
Really?
And you look at it and you're like, mate, I can't do that.
Is that a true story? You honestly had a tour in that account, like ready to drop?
Yeah.
Mate,
it's
seriously?
so easy. So like, just do an experiment. Go onto one of these things, yeah? When you click on it, it gives you like a recommended number of tickets to have so it's not like 100 tickets is like having one lottery ticket. Like if you've got one ticket at 7p,
you might as well get like 10,000.
They'll sell 100,000 tickets or 200,000 tickets. So you need to buy like 100 to even have
half a chance.
Like not even half a chance. But obviously
I don't mean
it just
half a
adds
chance.
up.
No, yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, but the odds are still shit. But like 1 out of 100,000 or 100, like a block of 100 out of 100,000.
Yeah, he's got much more chance of winning. Yeah. Well, 100 times more, bro. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. But when you go on it, you enter like 3 or 4 of them, and it'll be like the tickets might be £2.50 for 180 grand's worth of car. But they'll recommend you buy 20 tickets.
Yeah.
So it's like 50 quid, 60 quid. Or
See that? That's a lot of money.
But when you look at it and you're like £2.50 a ticket, 20 tickets.
It's not computing.
It don't compute. And then you go onto your basket and you're like, I've got 200 quid's worth of tickets on 5 different things.
Mate. It's horrible.
And I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Have you ever seen
and then it breaks you out of it then.
Have you ever met anyone that's won?
Matt Owen won a Rolex.
Mate, I know a geezer that won a Rolex as well. Did Matt Owen?
That's what got me into it the first time.
What did he?
He got Wimbledon.
Mate, just government name the geezer on camera.
Yeah, he won't.
Mate, what's his address?
I don't know his address.
Mate, Matt Owen. Mate, you've just been summoned, geez.
What are you talking about?
I would hate to get you caught in the old bill.
What do you mean he won a Rolex?
No, what I mean is he's like fully government name, just from a
I don't get what's wrong with that.
No, it's not. But it's like, imagine, mate. I can't believe you just said both names.
Yeah, but if I said Matt, you would go, who?
No, I wouldn't.
You would, I know what you're like. No, you'd go, who? And then I'd have to explain him. And explaining him's worse than naming him.
How much did he spend?
I think it was like 20 quid.
Mate, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful win.
Yeah,
take that
quid. And he done it, he bought the tickets that night and then won that night.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And then I was like, fucking hell, I want a bit of that. And then I was doing like 30 quid a day on different things for like a week.
For? A week?
Yeah.
Mate, it's naughty, innit?
But then you look at your bank statement and you're like, mate, I could have had 15 new customers.
I've got a couple of pals who work in a bookies, yeah, and mate, like whenever we get together, I talk to them about it, and I'm like, tell me the top 5 people you've had in this week, like, because I'm dead intrigued, like different patterns, what people do, and they say that people come in, like lunchtime on a Friday, and start their weekend. Mate, they'll sit in that chair till about 8 o'clock at night.
Really?
And their phone's going, and they just keep cancel, and they ain't gone home since lunchtime. And I'm like, mate, what are they doing? Like horses and that? He's like, no, mate, he's on the machines.
Did he win in?
No, of course they're not winning. They never win.
It's brutal,
it's brutal, isn't it?
It's horrible.
But ultimately, this is what always does my head in as well, right? You can't smoke 400 quid's worth of weed in a night. Yeah? I don't think you can.
I'd have it, good go.
Right? You can't drink 400 quid's worth of drink, and I don't think you could. Well,
you could, because you like a £400 bottle of wine.
No, but look, well, if you had a £400 bottle of wine, mate, you're going to remember it forever, right? But what I'm saying is you can go in and put that on one bet.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
It's gone
instantly, mate. It's like, that's the worst advice, isn't it?
Yeah. And the advice you get with gambling is, if you lose the first one, bet again with double the money so that you recoup your money.
Yeah, totally,
and
martingale.
You keep going until you win, and then you're flush again.
Mate,
and then you start the 400 again.
Do you know what? I'll never forget this. It probably won't transpire now. I'm going to butcher it again, just like mate, what's that over there? I was in a casino in Southend, right? And there was a fella there, I'll never forget this. And I was leaving, and I was waiting to leave. And this geezer had done well on the table, right? He'd done well on the table and he had chips, right? And as he's leaving, he's holding his drink, and a few people obviously see his run, right? And they're like, oh, you had a great run. He went, yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, thanks, all the rest of it, right? I'm waiting for, I think someone went to the toilet. I'm waiting anyway. And I've seen him, and he's got his drink, and he's getting cheated up by the crowd, right? And they're cheating, oh, mate, you've done really well at this table. Like, oh, are you off now for the night? And he's like, yeah. He went, I'll tell you what, I'll have one last one, right? And he does red or black. Mate, what happens?
He lost it all.
No, he loses, right? But instead of walking away, he can't lose face. So he chases it with more money. He's using chips at this point, right? He chases it and it loses again. And then he chases it until he's out of chips, right? Then he gets cash out of his pocket and puts all his cash down. Then he opens his bird's bag and empties that. And he loses everything. And he's gone, and he just turns around and walks away. And I'm like, I know you're going to sit in that car and go, what on earth just happened? Mate,
people kill themselves for less.
I was like, mate, you was up.
That's wild.
And I've literally, like, by the time my mate's not even out of the toilet, you've just wiped the whole night and lost. I was like, wow. Mate, honestly, gambling's fun. For a certain,
if you gamble with money you can afford to lose.
I think gambling's quite fun, but I sit there.
Or if you win.
And I watch people and I think, mate, that's too much. Like, you need to seriously just change hobbies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just change hobbies, because this is just brutal to watch.
If you're gambling to pay your bills, then.
And also as well, like, how can you gamble like hundreds of pounds? Like, I have a bet for a £5, say, and I'm like, gee, and I'm screaming and shouting. You would have think I've had 10 grand.
Yeah, but does your brain not go, oh mate, I've won a tenner off a £5, or what if I put 500 quid down?
Well, yeah, but like, I think about that for a second, and I think that's 500 quid down. There's no way, and I go, yeah, you're right.
No, that's it. My brain don't get that far.
I'll talk myself out of it. Does it not?
No. I'll keep going up.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, I don't.
But I can not go to the casino.
But if we go Chelmsford racecourses, say, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand it, so I'll have a little fun.
Mate, it's fucking horses running around the ring, you prick.
But like, I don't. It's not like blackjack where it's like you've got to beat a number.
No,
it's
like
a complete chance.
So imagine cards, but they got legs.
Yeah, but it's not like that at all, because there's no, like, anything could happen.
Yeah.
But with blackjack, it's like they're either going to get a better number than you or go bust. Or, you know,
Mate,
you're going to get a better number.
Try and dig out of this hole, bruv, because you're going right.
No, my point is, like, if you put money on the odds-on winner with horses,
yeah,
the one that's the least likely to win can win.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But with blackjack, it's mathematical.
Oh, you like almost the more of a sure thing as opposed to like complete random.
Know.
And also, you're in control of blackjack.
Yeah.
You're not in control of a horse.
No, it's like anything can happen. Like the odds-on winner could, like the jockey could fall off.
Mate, they can not even come out sometimes. Yeah.
You just
totally,
like don't want to run today. No thanks. And then it's like you put 500 quid on a horse.
Mate, I would. Yeah.
Mate, there's blokes that are winning like 100 grand on a horse. They're putting down 9-10 grand on 10 to ones.
Brutal. So what I was going to say to you was, if you went to Chelmsford race course, like I've been to the horses, and I just allocate like a £5 a race. Say there's 10 races, it's 50 quid. Yeah, that's the maths. But if you won a couple, would you go, right, I'm going to go tenner now, I'm doubling down?
No, if I'd already planned to do a £5 a race.
Oh, so you can't be swayed like that, you can stick to it?
No.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
But I don't think I've ever planned to go to the casino. You just end up in the casino.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And then it's like, let's win some money.
See, that's
and then
probably...
you're chasing winning the money.
That's probably... You shouldn't look at it like that.
But when you go to the races, it's like a night out, innit?
Yeah,
you go to the races and it's like, we'll do 50 quid, we'll do 5 quid a race. If we win, we win, we lose, we lose. It's like, you've had a good time and you're like excited, you're watching the horses racing, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
But
yeah.
it's not like that with blackjack. It's not like you're going,
Do you not do that?
No.
Oh, I do. I love it.
It's like, it's just whatever happens.
No, I know what you mean. But is it like, anyway, listen, we are digressing. It's a mad slippery slope, and it is,
Yeah.
Kids don't do it because it is not worth it.
Stay in school.
Stay in school and then become window cleaners.
Yeah. Yeah, then you can have loads of money and go races whenever you want.
Hey, and loads of stress and loads of customers going, oh, my windows are shit. By the way,
You're still getting that.
what?
Customers
No, do you know what I had
shit.
though? No, I haven't, because I've done this thing. I got absolutely plugged in by a fella in Northern Ireland, our mate. Told me a little trick, and I've been doing it.
Wait, name him, because when we was talking about him the other day,
What is his name?
He called me up, Michael.
Is it Michael?
Yeah.
I'll call him a nickname.
What did you call him?
I'll call him Bobby Sands. Anyway.
I thought you were going to say something mad racist.
Nah, I ain't mad racist. I noticed that I cleaned one the other day, and maybe it was the drips, I don't know, but it was drying so streaky, and I cleaned it about 3 or 4 times, but it was literally in the sun, like the sun was perfectly on the glass.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, it was a hot day, it was like 31, 32. And I'm sitting here thinking, is it anything to do with the sun? Or am I barking up the wrong street here?
Could be.
Because I rinsed this about 3 or 4 times after it had dried, and I was still like looking up and getting streaks, and I was like, this is wild.
It could be the frames, could be the sun, could be the vent, could be your technique.
Could be anything, couldn't it?
Hard to say.
Could be anything. But all the other windows come up lovely. So
Yeah, I'd say it's probably a problem with the window rather than you.
Yeah, that's what I was
All the
gonna
other
say.
windows are all right. Generally, that's what I say to customers. If you get one bad window, and they're like, oh, they're still really dirty. And so, can you send me a photo? And they send you a photo of one window. All the other windows are all right. Yeah, all the others are fine. Okay, look, I'll come back and I'll sort it out, but just to explain, it's probably not something we've done. It's probably an issue with the window. We'll work out what it is.
Gotcha.
And we'll fix it. Generally, a second clean just sorts it out anyway. But not
Gotcha.
always something you've done. If
No.
it's one window, it's unlikely.
Totally not.
Right,
Should we
wrap
leave it there,
up.
bruv?
Yeah, wrap it up.
I think we need to have
we've caned this one.
I think we need to have a little exit. We need an outro. We got an intro, we need an outro.
Should we do star jumps? We've got the room.
Should you play like leapfrog?
What's the outro going to be?
I don't know.
You like your one. I like your one.
I'm Dan, I'm Ryan.
Yeah.
Together we're together we're the Uncleanables. Mate, how natural has this been, by the way, in this environment?
Mate, I'm feeling great.
Isn't it?
I might stay here.
It's just a different vibe completely.
Have I been summoned home yet?
Right, guys, I'm Dan.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're the Uncleanables. Thanks for watching. And remember,
Stay cleaning.
No, we've got a long old way to turn the camera.